Hi, and welcome back to the Swim Doctor's office. Now, I apologize for being away for so long. There's a lot of reasons why. I've been trying to rebrand everything, figure out what I want to do with this channel, the Instagram, the TikTok, all the fun stuff, all the social medias. And I've been going through a course, which is Vanessa Lau's course, and I've been watching her YouTube videos for a very long time. And yeah, I invested in her course and I'm trying to work on my branding. So there's been a lot of brainstorming going on. And then also because of this virus, right now I'm not exactly working. So, you know, there's a lot of things that have been putting these videos off. Oh yeah, and the other thing is I recently got rid of Premiere Pro, so I'm learning, you know, some different things on what I can do to edit the videos and edit my thumbnails, stuff like that. So yeah, it's been a trip. Now, the new plans I'm going to be going over on this channel, they're going to be more specific towards swim instruction. What I do as a swim instructor, any questions you have about swim instructors or swim lessons. I'll be going over how I teach swim lessons, stories of swim lessons, just everything involved swim lesson wise. And then also follow me on all my social medias, like my Instagram, my TikTok, all that fun stuff. I post a lot more involved kind of stuff, and that's kind of how we can talk to each other and get to know each other and that kind of stuff. Whereas on here, you know, I'm just making a video and talking to you through comments, whereas Instagram, we're able to DM each other and have more in-depth conversations. You also see what's been going on with the YouTube channel and everything else Swimology wise. It just helps me connect with you guys better. And all that fun stuff is going to be linked down below. And without further ado, we're going to get into the lesson for today. So a common question I get asked as a swim instructor is, how long does it take kids to learn to swim? Now, there's a lot of different factors that go into this, and I'll be going over a lot of them, specifically 6 of them. Now, the first thing is age. Age goes into a lot of how fast your child is going to learn, because obviously if they're 2 months old, they're not going to learn within a month. So, you know, the older they are, the more fine motor skills that they have, and they're able to have more of a mind and muscle connection, that kind of stuff. They're more aware, you know how it is when they get older. So yeah, they're just more aware of everything and can understand things better when they're older. So obviously age is a key factor. The other key factor is consistency of the swim lessons. So if you're only taking swim lessons 1 day a week, and there's been tons of studies on this, and I can go over this in another video for you guys if you want. Just leave it down in the comments if you would like to see a video on that. You know, children forget things very easily, and not just children, everybody. But you know, you're gonna forget things, especially if you're only doing it once a week. And like I said, there's been lots of studies on the actual statistics of losing information that you learned. So it's not recommended to do it once a week, but if that fits your schedule, then I mean, there's nothing you can really do about it. It's just gonna be a little bit of a longer process until they're able to learn how to swim. Now, another factor is the fear of the water. It really depends on how afraid they are with the water. I've taught kids who have a major fear of the water. They've never really had any bad experiences with the water. They're not used to it. They don't know what it is. They've been introduced to the water a lot later in their life, and they don't like it at all. So those lessons, typically it takes them a few lessons before they actually get comfortable with just being in the water. So that's why it's also very important to get them introduced to the water as soon as possible. I know that's what my parents did for me. Pretty much as soon as I was born, I was in the water. Yeah, and I've had lots of experiences where I've almost drowned and lots of scary stuff like that, but that hasn't changed my outlook on swimming. I love swimming. I'm basically a fish. The other key factor, which kind of goes along with the age, is their motor skills and natural ability. So obviously, if you're a swimming prodigy and you've been introduced to the water super early in your life, that's going to be very key in how fast you're going to learn the water, because you already have the fear of the water gone. You've been introduced very early in your life, or you're just, it just, I don't know, you're half fish or something. It just comes natural to you. I've had lots of kids who were like that, and you know, their first lesson went so well and they learned everything super fast. Yeah, and I mean, motor skills goes along with natural ability. If you're very self-aware of what your body's doing and how to use your different muscle groups and where your, you know, body parts are at in the water, it's going to be very easy for you to learn how to swim. That's why I always teach people, more than pretty much anything, I always reinforce, be aware of what your body is doing more than anything else. Because if you're not aware of what your body's doing, you're just kind of doing it. And if you're just doing it, you're not going to learn. The other key factor is private lessons versus group lessons. Now, if you've done group lessons, and I've taught group lessons for years and years, doing group lessons, it's going to take a little bit longer to learn how to swim, just because in the entire 30-minute session, I only have maybe about 10 minutes with each of them, which definitely is not enough time. With private lessons, I'm able to teach the kid for the entire 20 to 30 minutes. I teach a lot of play to learn stuff. So a lot of when I'm teaching, I'm doing a lot of play as well. If they're enjoying the lesson and they're having fun, they're gonna learn a lot faster. The last thing I wanna go over is what you wanna accomplish. Now, if you just want to learn how to do freestyle, that's gonna be a shorter lesson. It's gonna take a shorter time to learn how to do just freestyle rather than doing all the strokes or everything else you wanna accomplish, doing the whole thing. If you just want to accomplish just doing one stroke, it's going to take a lot less time. Alright, and if you've learned something from my videos, go ahead and subscribe, like the video, all that fun stuff, and yeah, come back to the swim doctor's office for more cures.